now open. Good morning. Come and have a look. Fresh goods here.
Guten Tag, mein...
I can't believe I lost that other badge. I'd
Freund,
try to win
ich
that
bin
back.
gleich bei dir.
Vegetables. Horseradish here. Delicious horseradish. Come and get some
Blessings
wonderful
to you.
horseradish.
What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
Apples. Juicy apples. Yellow and fresh.
You have a kind master, eh, Matt?
Have any change? Help a poor cripple.
What was I just thinking about?
I ought to go and see Rosa. She'll be expecting me. I mustn't forget about the city council.
Oh, not this again.
Christ almighty. By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Burgov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
Perused it.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honor, loyalty, but others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
I've been through quite a bit, but I never thought of writing it down.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Well, never hurts if a girl is pretty.
I was hoping for something a bit deeper than beauty.
Oh, gosh.
Well, what else could come to mind with you standing here before me?
Oh, come now. Tell me instead about the fate of our beauty. But please, leave her dressed.
There are few enough happy endings in life, so I'd be for a happy end.
I agree. And while Our Lady in the story may be beautiful, her pretty face alone won't bring about that happy ending. I'll put a more interesting feather in her cap. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you, and you are courting her. What would you do?
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Well, now we're done.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. Go on, read it. I want to hear what you think of it.
Hmm.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
Too bad there aren't more books like this. If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Really? I'll take that as the highest possible compliment. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Hmm.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That that depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
I'd like to expand my horizons a little. What's the last thing you read, for instance? Anything interesting?
You'd better believe it. I only read interesting things, and I can talk about them for hours.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm, and that he was seeing.
What are you doing here?
And he was dead in the
It hasn't
morning.
been safe around here as of late.
Aye.
I'm just
He
passing
had
through.
his whole life in front of him.
Keep up the good
Next
work,
thing you
Master
know,
Guard.
he's being
I'll do what
buried.
I can. We need it now more than ever.
Could you teach me something?
Of course, but I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
I'd like you to show me some archery tricks. You shoot like a... well, a wild woman.
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach me?
Listen closely, so I don't have to repeat myself.
Apparently, the city council is organising another collection for repairs to the fortifications.
Are they out of their bloody minds? They had 2 collections just like it already. There are still...
Oh, right there.
God bless. You have a kind master, eh, Doggy?
They have neither head nor neck. Their face is in the middle of their belly. And these blemiers breed horses with huge ears and birds born out of mud. In the north, there's a land all covered with snow and...
I'm going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
I have an appointment with him.
All right. Go ahead then. But don't waste too much of his time.
I won't even turn down a bit of soup.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The Assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
I don't want to be too forthright. Maybe I do. Shoot.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Oh, I should try this. Let me just try to part with some money. Don't need money, not right now. I'm just gonna take the deal.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
God grant you health.
Greetings.
A fine day for some fine wares. The finest wares. As quality. Good.
My respect.
Day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Are you being cautious
away.
or cowardly?
away no matter what.
You want to bet?
Why not? But
And
first,
hit
let's
it over
settle
the
up.
head with a shovel.
See?
Good day to you.
Greetings.
A fine day for some fine wares.
Obtain the king's waiters clothes. Device myself are all made his certificate of this. Preparing as a royal banquet as a waiter is not a simple task. Will need a fine dress from Franton Caldoon, who had it made Hmm. Fronta.
Come and take a gander. We've got it all. Pies, sweet pie, fruit pie.
May God give you health, sir.
Ironware, knives, billets, axes. Come and take your pick.
Finest wares, quality goods.
I'll tell you, you won't get work like that just anywhere.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost.
Greetings.
I'd like to... Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
I can do a better job.
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Beautiful colours. Striped fabric.
I have important news for the king. Gosh, I want to see the king with my own eyes. Try this way.
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why's that?
I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous, just...
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves, fearing what's coming at this assembly. The more I think about it, the happier I am about not having to be there. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Oh, actually, I can't. What should I do? Don't know. Yeah.
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not exactly an expert.
You're off to a great start, but whatever. If you make a mess of it and the king has you whipped, you've no one to blame but yourself. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you, and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly, or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Beautiful colours.
Have a
Striped fabric.
Sound
That's how to be. Oh, the coat looks terrible. Guess we go and put this on now. Hmm. That might help me out.
I'm thinking of buying a
Needle!
robe.
Report for duty.
Thread! Pig!
Delicious.
So I don't drown in all
Come and take your pick.
Don't you dare cause any trouble.
Doggy, good boy.
The pillory for the good.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Tranta's not coming. What's wrong with him?
He's drunk. He's drunk. Let's throw him under the bus.
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door. I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. There is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap, and you don't have one at all. Without a tunic, you're no royal waiter, just a common alehouse boy. And have you forgotten your hose? I can't let you into the chamber without them. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules. So get changed quick and come back on time.
Okay. Just in case.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. so the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. They have a lot to discuss, and in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
What if I make a mess of something, though?
Then I'll see to it that you won't get a job even mopping the floor in the hole in the wall. But I'm sure that's not going to happen. So, are you prepared?
Okay.
Can you tell me once more what I have to do?
Are you soft in the head? You stand in a corner, keep your mouth shut, and when someone orders wine, you go and serve them. Don't pour for Adam of Zarjit, because he can't hold his booze. Red monastery wine, white Tokai by the door to the chapel. Got it?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
So I physically had to pour the wine. On the table in the corner of the room, you'll find two. Take the one that the guest wants you to pour in, which is table with a pitcher. The chat will activate the option to pour. After serving the guests, you can return. The pitcher will wait to see if the same wine. Tolerated. So I got two options here. White or red. Shouldn't be too hard.
Our current Waffen arsenal is a joke. And on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it.
A cup of red.
Should the town
don't you
reserve
skip
have
on
worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing.
Come now,
That
waiter. I
Hackenbush
wanted red.
hand cannon. Can you believe
Sorry.
it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should
Thank
know
you,
where they
waiter.
got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that
I
your
fancy
stubborn
some
heads
Tokai.
do not realize
Refill,
what
boy.
Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army
sorry,
bearing
sir.
down, and you want to
Orders
defend
from above.
yourselves
This
with
is
a few
unbelievable.
rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he hurts you?
some Tokai.
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the
Hey,
property of the
where's my
king's
wife?
enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the yeomanly state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well.
Thank the Lord.
Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Hey, waiter, pour me some monastery wine.
Isn't it the same thing?
So, the cleanliness of the city
not a good
is
idea,
not
sir.
This is
what it should be.
unbelievable.
The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hoprink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand, not soft, feminine fingers.
More wine,
You
Master
were
Bailiff.
complaining there weren't enough baths.
Come closer.
Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend Bob.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spend. Argue... about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, you wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle?
Nice.
Do you ever walk the streets?
Whose silver might this be?
Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for this.
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well,
I apologize,
sure
sir.
what you're implying.
Which one?
I'm
Are you
speaking about the
colourblind?
Rutard incident.
White.
You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending
Sir?
Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours,
Well,
as I've
thank
heard,
the Lord.
then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Pour me red
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself.
Sir?
The king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Pour me some monastery
Are you
wine.
accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened, hmm?
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating
thank the
around the
Lord.
town. Yes, Ruthard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I
Boy,
suspect
I'd like
a gentleman
some
from
wine.
the city's sword fighting school brought this custom to us. That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight
Are they only
yourself.
just pressing
And to
the grapes
accuse
for that
a
Tokai?
swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's
Are
that.
they only just
There
pressing
are
the
more
grapes
pressing
for that
matters to deal
Tokai?
with.
More pressing
Sir?
than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own way. We'll soon be the laughingstock of the whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what if they have one more reason?
Everything in order?
My words exactly.
But I think you might be
The
able
town
to help
council
me.
is
Come here.
squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
And you...
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
Like this, why waste our time?
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
Oh gosh.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
Two. Shoot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 16. Golly.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to serving wine, blockhead.
There is the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make
I'll
a
have a
oil
cup
mining
of
city.
wine.
Why can't we build faster?
Big one.
Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to own the city under siege? Besides,
I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of
You,
the city
lad.
behind your complaints.
You look familiar
Oh, you
to
do?
me.
Do you?
Have we met?
And what would that be?
Well, naturally.
Like, for
I go
instance,
to your tavern
that
almost
you'd
every
like
day.
to have your
Really?
own altar there?
So
You
what if
must
I
have
would?
decent wages
Hold your
to be
horses,
able to visit
gentlemen.
the best tavern in
That
town
space in
regularly.
the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, mein Freund. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope
Hey,
you're
boy.
not supplying
Full
equipment to
cup
the
of
army.
monastery wine.
If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has
Now run
all
along.
been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Juchek Össe, Alegiop Katonaikat, Ich Kelkinek Utra.
Don't look him in the eyes.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of falls!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
And can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Christ we pray. Jesus Christ we pray.
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation.
I'll have a jug of wine.
Almost lost all hope.
Not that I did.
Mein Gott. Wo liegt das Problem?